Now the boys, what's going on? This is Yorkie here and welcome back, finally, to the start of Season 5. I can't remember that because it's been a while. I've genuinely not sat at this desk for basically a month. So we're doing it though. We are doing it, boys. And it's not that far away now from FIFA 23, so we need to get the show on the road as quickly as humanly possible. Now, as some of you will know, I've posted about this a few times. I started a new job. It's been crazy since starting the new job, but hopefully, finally, now we're in a rhythm and we can get some videos back out to you guys. I've also mentioned this before. We are going to be dropping the Inter Milan career mode. That's done. That's dusted. It's a little bit gutting the way that it ended, but we're done there now. I can't continue 2 career modes. That's way too much going on. So the plan moving forward is to do this Salford career mode and hopefully complete it by the time that FIFA 23 comes around, as well as chucking in some rebuilds. So rebuild ideas down below. Let me know what teams you want to do. I've already got in my head the next team that we will be doing. I haven't played FIFA in a long time, so I am going to be absolutely horrendous when we actually get into the games, but we need to build a team here to try and win the championship. We don't even have to win it. Let's just get promoted from the championship. If you don't know what happened last, go back and watch it. Or I could just tell you, we did get knocked out in the playoff final against Southampton. They did have a ridiculous squad, though. Now, we need to change this team this year for the better. But there is a few things that we did agree upon not getting promotion. And that is that we will lose Doyle as long as a Premiership team comes in for him. Ola Aina's 1 year at the club, treating it as a stepping stone, so he will be leaving, as well as Akpro. We do have a decent budget, though. I'm not going to lie. Like, this budget is fairly decent for us going into this window. It's 7.82 million with a decent wage budget. We've got some great young talent, and then we've also got the sale of those players, so that might even give us around 20 million on top. But I'm instantly going to go in now. I'm going to try and fix this team. We're going to try and improve and hopefully have a very good championship season. But if you are new around here and you haven't already smashed the subscribe button, I greatly appreciate it. You guys that are coming back to watch the videos, I appreciate each and every one of you. There's been loads of people that have reached out, loads of comments. Where are you, Yorkie? I hope you're doing well. We missed the videos. Well, here we go. We're back. One of the biggest issues we're going to have straight out the bat here is that one of our top goal scorers last season was loaned in, and it's Brad Young. And we said if we got promoted, we would definitely go in for a transfer, but he's going to be extremely expensive because we've raised his value massively with his time at the club. So I'm going to try and just loan him again. I want to get this business done as quickly as possible. He's 79 overall now, but he had such a good season for us. I am not sure that Villa are even going to be open to it, and apparently his contract's too short, so maybe a free transfer next season, but replacing Brad Young is going to be extremely difficult. We've got a lot of options on this list. I am going to mull it over because I've already noticed when I was going through the strikers that we have on the list, which we'll look at right now, that there are a few freebies, like Keon Atete would be a really good free transfer. He's 6'6", so he suits the 2 striker formation we have. Of course, we always play with one shorter, quicker striker that is more of a poacher, and then we have the striker that can hold the ball up with his back against a defender, and Keon Atete could do that. He's not the only freebie there, though. Paul Glatzel is there, but I'm not sure 71 rated at this stage is going to be good enough for a team trying to get promoted. Maybe as a rotation striker. And then we got Gomez as well. But again, he would probably be a backup striker, and he would probably play more in the Elliott List role. So that doesn't really suit me. So finding a striker is going to be extremely difficult, I think. And freebies has been a theme in the way we built the team here at Salford because we're not absolutely rolling in the cash. So maybe it'll be a Tete. With him costing absolutely nothing as well. And I feel like he just fits the team that we've got. He will improve. He'll improve massively as well while we've got him at the squad. I think that a Tete could be a good deal to make. And I want to just get him in the club as quickly as humanly possible so that that's one thing I don't have to worry about. He's not an expensive deal either. We've got him on a 4-year contract. Yes, I had to give him important, but we don't even worry about the squad roles. And 7,500 per week is a pretty cheap contract. He'll come into the team and be able to slot into that position as well. This is the formation that we've been playing the most. Because we still have a lot of strikers out injured. If you didn't see it, it was absolutely crazy. Elliott List and Timmy Abraham both got injured in that back-end run. I think Brad Young got injured as well, so we literally had Ricky J. Jones. I was playing Malik Wilkes up top as well at points. We do have some youngsters there that maybe will be for the future, but I think Atete fits into that position perfectly for now. Also got a transfer offer here for Lado, and I love him, so I really don't want to let him go, and I still don't think that is anywhere near enough money for me to accept it, but it is Norwich, but I think at this stage we're going to reject it. Maybe if someone, a bigger club comes in, with more money, we'll have to think about it. What are the board objectives as well? So critical that we hit the financial one, which is reduce player wages, which I'm not going to do that, and gain 14.6 million earnings from shirt sales. So that should be done automatic. As far as I know, that kind of always gets done. The rest aren't that worrying. It's sign one player of a different nationality from one of the club, which we should be able to do. Then gain automatic promotion, which is the plan anyway for the domestic. And youth, we're probably always going to complete that because we've had such a focus on the youth academy. We really have managed to stack this squad with young players. And we've got a few coming back this season, like Hannah. So Oliver Hannah could really play a role for the club this year, coming back into the team. Cook will get opportunities this year in net. It's going to be a bit of a shame that King won't get all the games, but Cook's going to get some opportunities. Lejeune now as well is 72 rated. The right winger can play centre mid as well. Gives us some options there across the board. So we really are blessed with the youth. Galloway, by the way, has gone up to 76. He is an absolute star. I think it might be time, though, maybe for John McNeil to go. I'm just not feeling it. Banks as well. I think I'm going to add Banks to the transfer list. I think 70 rated at 21 is just not where we need to be. Whereas with McNeil, if we give him a different development plan, maybe for one more season, see how he improves, and just try and give him one more chance. Like, he did play very well towards the back end of the season. Well, it didn't take long for a transfer offer for Doyle, but it's from Levante. And I think if he goes anywhere, it has to be to the Premiership. That's, in my mind, if Callum Doyle leaves the club, he's got to go to the Premiership. So I will turn down all offers from any other teams apart from Premiership sides, unless, like, say, Real Madrid come in for it. So a couple of transfer offers coming in for Banks now, and of course we just want to get rid of him. So I'm gonna go with Basel just because it's the biggest transfer. Do you know what? I'll accept both. It can go to either. I think getting that back into the transfer budget as well will allow us to bring in a really good central midfielder. More transfer offers coming in now. We've got one for Aaron Rice already, 2.9 million for 18-year-old Aaron Rice. But of course, I've already mentioned he's going to be moved into the first team a little bit more this season, and then a 10 million offer from Sporting for Doyle, but it's just not where we want him to go. He needs to go to the Prem. Now, with Akpa going, I was thinking that maybe Raheem Harper, because he's been a career mode god in years gone by, could be good for that CDM position, but I'm not sure. His attributes tell a different story to what, like, his overall says, but I think 71 overall, I don't think I could improve him that much. Maybe there's a better, younger option out there for us. With that transfer offer for Rice, though, I am thinking, considering we want to give Cook game time this season, but the only thing that puts me off with Cook is he's 5'11", that maybe we loan Rice out for one more season and it'll be Cook that plays back up to King this year. Finally, some transfers that we want coming in. Aina, a transfer offer here from Fenerbahce, so we're going to accept that. But we got a transfer offer for Tom King. It's Celtic, and I feel like it would only be fair to let Tom King go and play for Celtic. European football, it's a huge opportunity for him. He is 30 years of age now. But I really don't want to let Tom King go. He's been such a star for me in this series. But it feels right to let him go to Celtic, apply his trade there, be the number one for Celtic, and have a huge potential to win some pretty big trophies there in Scotland. It does come at a time where we have a wealth of depth in the goalkeeper position as well. We've still got Honecki, who can play there, who we got in a swap deal last season. Rice and Cook are the future in those positions. So it does make sense. I am actually going to go and offer Rice a contract right now, though. It's a sad, sad day, but there we go. Tom King has been sold to Celtic. We do have some more offers here, though. Hannah is going to get an offer in for him. And for me, this just, it's not going to be a good enough... Oh, Adam Mayer, 75 rated overall. He would really only be useful for probably this season, but don't look at the age and doubt him too much. Akpro, of course, was 31, I think, when we signed him. One of the standout players last season. Could well be good enough in the centre of the park to help us get promoted. I really don't want to give away one of our top young prospects. Not at this stage. Right, so with the deal for Akpro looking like it's basically done, we now need to find a replacement for Akpro. I actually want Ben Davis if he's cheap. He's not cheap, so I don't want Ben Davis. But there is Ndika Matam here on a freebie. And I've been looking at this guy throughout the start of this episode, and he looks like he'd be extremely good for us. Now, Marson would be fantastic as well, but again, that price range is just... we can't afford him, basically. We cannot afford him. We have a few other options at left mid. Well, basically only one. It's someone who's been recommended so much, but again, the price point is just too high for us. There is going to be one major transfer in this window, I imagine. I'm thinking in my brain it's going to be a centre mid, but we are going to use the free transfer market again. We will have the same mindset that we had with Ola Aina. This will be a stepping stone for this man, unless we get promoted to the Premiership. Always good to drive in those narratives, I think, when you're doing your career mode, because there is no life to any player that you sign. They never really request much. I always like to put stuff like that in place. He's actually going to take a huge wage cut as well to join the team. 9,200 per week, 25, 75 rated. That is a steal. There we go then. Ola Aina leaves the club. I think he was brilliant for us, though. I'm not going to lie. He had a rough season, didn't he, at patches, but I feel like he was very good for us. It's 7.2 million, which is going to help us sign a superstar, hopefully, at some point in maybe this episode. It probably will be the next episode that we do that. I want to get a couple of games in today's episode. Who do we start the season against? Ipswich to kick off the season. We've got Cardiff. That is a very, very busy month with an away trip to Sunderland in the Cup. Norwich as well won't be easy. I'm pretty sure they got relegated last season. Huddersfield, Sheffield United, we already know how good they are, but we did blow them away in the semi-finals of the Championship playoffs. They will be out for revenge. I'm interested in improving the centre-back positions, though, because in my brain, Doyle's already gone. And we really wanted Charlie Cresswell last time out. We couldn't afford him. Now we can. So I think our first major deal potentially here is going to be Cresswell. I'm just going to take a quick look at the other centre-back options we have. O'Shea would be great, but again, way too much money for us. Bassey would be really good as well if he was cheaper, but he's too important to the club. They're not going to sell him. So I think Cresswell is someone we've wanted now for, what, 2 seasons? I think this is the time to sign the 22-year-old English centre-back. Hopefully, Leeds being the team I support, will do a decent deal for us. Now, I'm assuming that's supposed to be Marcelo Bielsa. Absolutely not. Oh, this is actually a good deal, but Marvin was very good for us. But we did sign Malik Wilkes, and Marvin probably would relish the chance of playing in the Premiership for Leeds United at this stage. I am going to counter that a little bit. I'm assuming this is the money they're giving me. Or is this the money that I am paying them? You know what? I'm just going to accept it. I think this is a good deal. It's going to be a shame to see Marvin leave, but the opportunity for him to get to play at Premiership level, which I already believe he is at, and we do now have Malik Wilkes and a few youngsters at right midfield, and I really want Charlie Cresswell to be part of that heart of our centre-backs. We're going to do it. We're going to accept it. Now, hopefully, Charlie Cresswell doesn't want the world's largest contract. His current wage is worrying me, because the fact that he's already on 39 grand there at Leeds, he needs to take a huge pay cut for me to sign him. Now, he hasn't told me what he wants wage-wise. We are planning to be a Premiership side, so I, at this stage, would be willing to go for a superstar at the club to like 20,000. And I'd give him 500k up front. I'm pretty sure they're going to laugh this away. They didn't laugh it away. They want 20,500, and after 10 clean sheets, 330,000. I'm going to accept that. It is a huge transfer, banking on the idea that we will definitely get promoted this season. But there we go. Charlie Cresswell joins the team. I keep getting transfer offers for Doyle. This is like transfer offer number 9. And it's every single time. There's no one in the Premiership. I mean, it makes no sense. Where's the transfer logic here? Obviously, that will be implemented next year's game. Maybe. Brannigan transfer offer here from AZ Alkmaar. Now, I like Brannigan. He had an okay season last year. That would be a good fee. And we are trying to turn the team around quite a bit here. We've got a 2-year loan for Rice. I'm actually going to accept that because in 2 years' time, I'm hoping he'll be in the 75, 76 rated, which would be a good Premiership backup, or at least a good start for the Premiership. But the Brannigan deal, I feel like where we're at the moment with central midfielders, and I don't know how many I'm going to be able to bring in, we can't afford to lose him. There's been a lot of transfers in this episode so far. There's been a lot. This is the best news we could have had all episode, though. Timmy Abraham is back. I don't care what this man's overall is. He's been fantastic for this team, and I'm just glad that he's returning from injury. I've managed to loan out Morgan. We've got a transfer offer here for our starting goalkeeper, which there's no way I accept this, right? Yeah, that's not even a good swap deal. Here we are then. We've managed to make it to the first game of the season, which is going to be against Ipswich. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm going to set the team up, though. We've got some new faces in the squad. And let's see how we get on. Here we go then. Starting 11 for the first game of the season. We have gone with a Tete and Jones up top. I probably would have gone with Timmy if he had been back from injury. Of course, we're still looking for another striker, which is crazy. Lado in the cam position. Wilkes at right. And Dicker Matam is going to start this opening game. I'm intrigued to see what he does. We're training him to actually play left mid, but the way that we want our right and left mids to play. The fact that he's got defensive qualities is big for me. Amos and Galloway, the starting central midfielders. And Doyle is going to start. He's still at the club. We've had like 10 offers from foreign teams. None of them really big enough for his level. So as long as that happens, Doyle will play for Salford this season. I have given Amos the captain's armband. I kind of want your guys' feedback. I also want you to bear in mind when you're giving your feedback now, I'm having to record these on my days off. So I'm recording probably like 6 videos on my 2 days off. So just be prepared that I'll probably answer your questions way down the line. I am going to keep it on Ultimate for now with the slider set that we had. The game could have changed a lot. I'm sure there'll have been a couple of patches in the time that I've not played the game. I've literally not played FIFA in probably like 6 weeks. So I am praying that this goes well, but I'm very prepared that it's going to go extremely badly. I have a good starting 11 though for this one. And I'm really excited about Atete. Like I genuinely am, because you can already see like physicality wise, he's so tall and strong. He suits exactly what I want him to do. I'm excited about this squad this year. This is a very, very strong team. And I think we can do some damage. I thought Lado was going to continue the run. He might still win the header. Atete surely wins that back. He does. Malik Wilkes now. Oh, don't be down already, Lado. Maybe that will be a massive injury already at the start of this season. Atete is fighting well for the ball here early. But we need him to run that off, because him and McNeil are what I've got. What a tackle that is from Cresswell. I'll take that all day long. Making a good move here, Ipswich. This is actually really good play. I still feel like I need to get Lado off the pitch. What a ball that is, but he shanked it wide. Lado is definitely injured, and I'm just so reluctant to bring him off right now for McNeil. Just because one person in the comments once told me the longer you keep them on the pitch, the lower the injury is. So I am just convinced in my brain right now that as long as I keep him on the pitch, although that was poor footwork from him, as you'd expect considering he's injured. Can we achieve anything from this corner? We have a lot of height in there as Atete will score his first goal for Salford City. And that is why we signed him. I genuinely will miss Brad Young this season, but Keon Atete could be a star. Also not sure where he played before. I have a sneaky feeling he might have been at Tottenham at some point. But I could be wildly wrong with that one. Who'd have thought my first goal back to FIFA was going to be a corner? I'll take it. Lado is going to come off, though. I feel like we don't have much of a choice. Burns has got some pace here. I don't like this. How quick is Burns? And number 7. Now this needs to be good. It wasn't! And just like that, it's 1-1. That was horrendous defending. I think that was Doyle as well. I just let him run right through me. Absolutely let him run right through me. There we go, 1-1, just like that. Showing a little bit of rustiness there. The excitement of being a goal ahead has just gone instantly. I know we need to improve the defence. I already feel like we have with the players that we brought in. But I need to remember how to play the game of FIFA again, though, to be fair. Malik Wilkes now. I want a really big season for him. I feel like since we signed him, I think it was a record signing as well, he didn't do quite enough. Ricky J. Jones there, trying to play that out wide. We've got to watch out for this Burns lad. He's well quick. Charlie Cresswell has made several brilliant tackles here so far. Amos now. Atete. That is brilliant. Malik Wilkes. Can he fire it in? Oh, it's just beyond the post. That was better play, though. We need to give a lot more of that. And Malik Wilkes needs to keep bombing. I probably should have passed that across. People in the comments are going to say, why didn't you pass that across? I wanted Malik Wilkes to have the glory. I have Atete there if it's a good ball. And Dicker! Oh, he's rattled the crossbar. Oh, my God. What a ball in that was from Matam. Let's be honest. But Atete is putting himself about a little bit today. And that's just off the top of the crossbar. Malik Wilkes now again. I'm going to search for that ball over the top because I feel like Atete has the ability. Now, if I can just improve his footwork, that is actually fantastic. I'm going to move that one across. Galloway now. Oh, what a save from Walton. McNeil wins that back. Oh, we caught them out of position here. Go on then, Atete. Atete into Malik Wilkes. Oh, he's going to score it. You have to score that there, Malik. And that's what I need from him. I need more goals. Pull our socks up here in the second half and get a second goal. And as per usual, we always need the cushion. So I need more than just a second goal. McNeil now. Can I get that ball over? Oh, my God. Ricky J. Jones. Oh, he's hit the post. That's the woodwork twice in this game. Amos finds McNeil. Matam. McNeil again. Actually having a very good game today. McNeil will ping that one out wide. To Matam. Across. Ricky J. Jones. And Walton saves it. What is he made of? I do not understand how this game right now is 1-1. I just don't. Doyle is going to be in there, but that's massively wide. Oh, that's good play from Chaplin. Simpson now. Oh, that's a good stop. I need to show a little bit of discipline here. Oh, referee. How's that not a foul? Malik Wilks is now down on the ground. Absolutely ridiculous. Go on then, Keon. I just didn't believe in it, did I? I just didn't believe in it. Galloway didn't keep making the run either. Although this has actually played out quite well. Matam will try and get to that. He won't. He played out okay. I needed the pace of Malik Wilks there, really, didn't I? Go on then, Atete. That's not over the top like I would have wanted it to be. We are going to be forced into a sub here. And I have now just tweaked the injury frequency just a little bit. Because I don't want that many injuries. I want injuries, obviously, because I think FIFA's nowhere near realistic with the injuries that you get. But I don't want too many. So Lejeune, the 18-year-old... No, I think he might be 19-year-old Frenchman, is going to come on. And this is a huge opportunity in a game that I feel like we should be winning. I want that run there. On that run there from McNeil. Does he have the pace? McNeil doesn't have the pace. And that's one of his big down points. Because that's English. But that's one of his big down points. Is his pace just isn't there. A Tete! Straight into the hands of Walton. That will be the full-time whistle. It's going to be a 1-1 draw away at Ipswich. But I just feel like we should have got more out of that game. I feel like we hit the woodwork twice. We should have played a little bit better. I need Ricky J. Jones to be a little bit more of a goal threat. But... all in all, we were the better side by a country mile. Just that one run that they had with Burns where I just couldn't stop him. My defending was shocking, and it's only going to be a point. Let's see how bad these injuries are going to be, though. That's the thing that's going to worry me the most about this one. How bad are the injuries? 5 days for Malik Wilks, so that's not too bad, and 5 days for Lado, so I can take that. I've managed to find myself another striker, an 18-year-old Frenchman, Mercia. I think that's how you would say his name, and... he's fairly decent. He's not great, don't get me wrong, but I think he would be good backup this year. He's already in talks with another club. I think we're going to go in. I think we need the backup, and I need him to be free transfers because I know we're going to have to pay big for another centre-back, especially if Doyle goes. We need somebody else at centre-mid and potentially Cam. And there's still a lot to do with the squad. He wants important. I'm going to try and get him to take rotation. He's absolutely not okay with that. So we'll give him important, but he's not going to play an important role. And it's not a lot of money at all to sign him, to be honest with you. 20 appearances, it's going to cost us a little bit of cash, but he's probably not going to get those 20 appearances this season unless we have big injuries. I'm praying for Elliot List back because if you don't know, he is an absolute beast in front of goal, and we need that. I felt like we were just missing that little bit of class in front of goal in that last match. So we have some extremely good news and some bad news as well at the exact same time. But Elliot List is returning from injury, and that's huge. I think we still need that prolific striker. I want that to be Ricky J. Jones. Do I believe he can do it? I do, but we saw moments in that last game where he should have put the ball in the back of the net, and he didn't. But there is interest in Brad Young, and Mets look like they're going to pay the 20.9 million, which does mean in the future, especially when we move into the Prem, it's going to be extremely difficult to try and sign Brad Young. So next up, we've actually got Cardiff City. So I have to plan out how we're going to do this. Now, if you don't know the system we usually do, we do sim some games, but in the transfer window, I usually split the transfer windows into two parts because, as you imagine, there's a lot going on, especially in this transfer window because it's been such a big one. There's a lot going on. So I'm going to play the Cardiff game, first home game of the season. We're probably going to sim the cup game because Sunderland are the league below us, and I don't really care about the cup at this stage. And that does allow me to play 3 of the games in the next episode, depending on how much business we do. This is going to be the starting 11 that will take on Cardiff City. It is pretty much as you'd expect. Probably the best starting 11 we can put out, but Malik Wilks, of course, coming fresh off his injury, will not be starting today, and Lejeune is going to be given the opportunity to start this match. And it's absolutely chucking it down, but it is the first home game of the season, and hopefully our first victory of the season. We need to get off on the right mark. I thoroughly believe we should have beaten Ipswich as well. Now, Cardiff is a little bit of a different task, but not that much of a different task. Their squad is not unbelievable. It is a beatable side, like Ipswich was. I think Ipswich was actually freshly promoted as well, which makes it even worse. What a tackle that is by Abdelouai. Now, I've got runners. It's not good enough runners, though, is it? Lejeune didn't really keep a run going. Galloway's going to ping that one forward to Ricky J. Jones. Ricky J. Jones makes it 1-0 Salford City. And that cutting edge, I said he was lacking. Well, that was pretty decent from him. Really showing his pace and ability there. But the finish, what a finish that was. 5 minutes in, Salford City take the lead. Oh, that's a poor pass. McNeil, good touch. Not a bad bit of play that for McNeil. Finds Galloway. Galloway, top bins. Well held by Phillips. I'm extremely impressed that so far Doyle still plays for the club. It's a lovely feeling as they smash that well wide. Amos now. Got Lejeune out wide. And nobody near him. Lejeune's ball in was good. Atete then finds McNeil, who just tries to put it in that bottom corner. Goes wide. I don't know if there was a block on that, but we're playing some really good football. There's no block on it. We're playing some really good football. Sometimes we lack that cutting edge there at Cam. I really feel like that's a position now that I need to improve. Lado is still so good for us. I'm just not sure about McNeil. And even though we've been improving him with the training, he still just doesn't do enough for me. We have had a player go down as well. I think it was Galloway. He's back up now, but Galloway is the highest rated player at the club. And this could potentially be his final season. With the way that he's grown, could easily be his final season. But an injury, when he's become the starting central midfielder, would be horrendous for me and for him. That's good play. He's in, and the goalkeeper's got to do better. Just like that, it's 1-1. Still with an injured Galloway, we're starting to lose the midfield battle, but that'll be the half-time whistle. 1-1 at the half. I'm getting a bit of Ipswich deja vu. On comes Brannigan in the start of this second half then for Galloway. Definitely not what I wanted to happen, but that is the move we've decided to make. It genuinely feels like Neil Warnock is still in charge of Cardiff, because that is exactly the kind of football that Cardiff are playing right now. Double sub for us. Lado's coming on. Mercier's coming on. I'm not mad at Ricky J. Jones today. I think he's had a good game of football. He's a little bit tired, but Mercier's going to be given an opportunity here to have enough of an impact for us to win this game of football. Mercier finds a Tete. And again, I'm holding the ball up fantastically with him. Go on then, Mercier. That wasn't a bad ball. Lado now. What can he do? Pings it across. Mercier! What a save. Can he get the second ball? Oh, it's over the bar. Brannigan wins it. Tete wants Mercier to run. Mercier might run. Mercier's going to win the foot race. Mercier now to win the game. Mercier won't win the game. It's straight at the goalkeeper. I can't believe it. I genuinely cannot believe that. Lado, though, might get an opportunity here. He does. Picks the ball up. He did really well. Tete, anybody, just anybody put the ball in the back of the net. Well, can you imagine Cardiff steal it here? Doyle goes through, and that's a much better save from the keeper. This is not the start to the season that we wanted, but there's still time left in this game. You've got to feel, they might feel that as well, to be fair. This is really good play. He's a good ball in, and oh, what a goal. He's got a brace. I cannot believe it. I genuinely can't. We're going to lose 2-1 to Cardiff. I think this is more a representation of my ability on Ultimate at the minute after not playing for so long. But that is a devastating blow to the start of our season. We've dominated this one again. We've created the opportunities and not scored them. And that's 2-1. Max Waters absolutely having my pants down in this one. Tete is going to pick this up now. They do. If he finds Lejeune here, this is extremely dangerous. Lejeune will wait. Mercier to get us a draw, and he will do. Mercier right at the end of the game. He's going to make it 2-2. I'll take a point. I'd rather have the free. I think we deserve the free, but what a goal for Mercier. Great play again from Atete. Absolute fantastic stuff. Fantastic ball in from Lejeune as well, and it is going to finish 2-2. It might not have been the start that we wanted here in our second season in the Championship, but 2 points isn't the end of the world, and we saw a little bit of a fight there, and of course we changed the squad a lot, so the team needs to gel. As the season goes on, I've got no doubt that we will just get better and better, and I will get better. I feel a daunting feeling. Again, though, we're coming back after a match, wondering how long an injury is going to be. 4 weeks for Reece Galloway. That is really bad news. Boca Juniors now want to sign Callum Doyle, so absolutely nobody in England. Right, so Sunderland next in the cup. This is going to be a sim game. We don't really care what happens in this one, to be 100% honest. I wouldn't mind a victory. Timmy Abraham comes back for the first time, and we beat them 3-0. Lado with a brace and Malik Wilkes getting a goal. That's what you love to see. But that will be it then for this episode, and the first episode of this second season in the Championship. Appreciate you all. If you are new around here and you haven't already, smash the subscribe button. We are on our way to 5k, which is a goal I would love to achieve before the new game comes out. The next episode is going to be massive as well, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. There's still a lot of business to do, and we need to start winning some games in the Championship, without a doubt. And what's going to happen with Doyle? Still no Premiership interest, so he will remain at the club. And no interest in Akbarat Pro yet, so maybe he will remain at the club as well. Still got no doubt that we need to do some strengthening as well, but make sure you remember that I'm recording these now in block sessions, so whatever advice you give me for players on this episode, I will have already recorded the next one. It's just the way we've got to do it to get the videos out consistently. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.